Hey guys! There's a bug flying right in front of my face, but I wanted to come on and say hello, give you an update, and just talk about some of my thoughts around being a digital nomad and working while traveling. Because of my experience in the past few weeks as I've been traveling Latin America, I also wanted to share this view with you because it's one of my favorites in the world. The place where I'm at right now means a lot to me. It's Suchitoto, El Salvador. And this is where my father and his family for many generations have been. And it's somewhere where I spent a lot of my childhood. I would come here every weekend from San Salvador. And now I am visiting. I'm here with my family. And I just always feel very warm when I'm here. And like, this is a really familiar place and a really beautiful place. Every time I come, I'm a different person. I've grown, I've changed, but something about Suchi is really beautifully familiar, and I really appreciate that. And each time I feel like I appreciate this place more, not only because it's just having traveled to other places, I think I can really appreciate the beauty of it here because it's so authentic. It's like, it's not trying to be anything. It's not touristy, and it's just beautiful on its own, and the people are beautiful. So I have a lot of love for it, and I'm really happy to share it with you. And I am doing some filming so that I can hopefully make a more in-depth film or YouTube video about Suchitoto. But I just felt I needed to like express my love for it right now because I'm really happy to be here. So it's been a while, you guys. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm also not because I have been enjoying my time, and this kind of goes into the topic that I wanted to go into today, which is the reality of being a digital nomad and of working while traveling has kind of like really hit me in the face and kind of shattered some of my expectations of how easy I thought it was going to be. And also it's given me sort of a confirmation that I am a very pleasure-based person, and I do kind of favor being in the moment a lot of the time over working. And so that's kind of what's tended to happen. I thought I was pretty disciplined, and I think I do go through these periods where I have a lot of discipline and I'm working really hard and I'm prioritizing that and I'm like not doing other things. But when I travel, it's really hard to prioritize work because there are so many moments that I want to enjoy, and I will get like serious FOMO if I don't go out and explore. Or for example, especially when I'm around people and I meet people that are also traveling and they're like have these plans to go and do a tour or go check out like, you know, a spot, I just always want to come along. I'm not going to say no. So that's kind of been what's happening. So you guys haven't seen me since I was in Mexico with my family. And there I thought, oh, I'm just going to be with family, hanging out. Of course, I'll have time to work. And I really just wanted to enjoy time with them. And they would like be kind enough to, go out with me and enjoy their time with me. And of course, I wanted to do that too. So I did not prioritize work in Mexico. And then guess what happened? I did an impromptu trip to Cuba. And yes, that was not like fully expected. I started thinking about this idea when I was in Mexico because I was like, you know what? Flights would be pretty cheap from Mexico to Cuba, and I'm going to check it out. And it was. There was a really cheap flight to Cuba from Mexico City. So I ended up going to Cuba for 10 days. And there I was like, okay, I'm traveling solo now. I'm going to really prioritize work and have the time to just go to a cafe for a few hours and then explore the rest of the day. But guess what? I did not expect this. Internet access in Cuba is really challenging. You have to go to either some hotels and get a drink there and pay on an hourly basis, or you can go to some random spots around the city in Havana. There aren't even that many, and also connect using these cards, which you pay for hourly. And the internet is pretty spotty, and you don't really know how it's going to act up, even in the hotels. So it's really unreliable. And the first couple days, I was really frustrated by this in Cuba because I had these sort of grand plans of really getting back on top of my work, my business, you know, my YouTube and my Instagram and all that stuff. And it was really frustrating that I couldn't do that. But at the same time, I ended up meeting really cool people that I traveled with and had a lot of fun with, and they were on vacation mode. So it made me just kind of, you know, I was like, F it, like I'm not going to be able to connect to the internet here. I'm going to let go and enjoy the moment. And I've just been kind of like really riding that wave. I got back, so I got to El Salvador last Sunday, was it? Yeah, I've been here over a week now. And so not last Sunday, but the previous one. And it's so hot here that I literally spent like half the day sleeping the first few days. And then the rest of the time, I've been enjoying time with my family, chilling, reading, and taking Spanish classes. So even though Spanish is my first and favorite language, I have a lot of stuff to learn because I am now like a native English speaker, and Spanish has kind of fallen back, and I don't know a lot of vocabulary that I do know in English. I have a harder time expressing myself in Spanish, so I am taking some classes here in my dad's school. It's called Pájaro Flor, and it's like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And of course, like now you can see like the view from here and why I love it so much. So to say the least, I've really been having fun, and I've really been, like I said, prioritizing being in the moment and enjoying my trip. Even though this is like a 7-week trip, that seems like a long time for me, but it feels like, I don't want to sound lazy, but this feels like the right amount of time to chill too. So I've kind of been surprised by, you know, my character throughout this time, because I thought that I would be like really gung-ho and super kind of hard on myself about getting to work, but I think Cuba helped me kind of like let go of that a little bit and just enjoy. But I did miss you guys, and I wanted to connect and show you this. And what else? I wrote down some notes just in case I forgot to say anything. But yeah, so just a little like update on my business. I do still have my coaching business, but like I said, I haven't been very active with it. I am trying to really figure out what my niche is, what I want to specialize in to go forward from there. And you know, it's been kind of frustrating like not having like these little details down, because I feel like I can't move forward, and that's probably the perfectionist in me. But I also think that, you know, being present will sort of allow for like new and fresh ideas to come forth. So I kind of trust in that too. Yes, if you do want to get connected about coaching, do hit me up. I'll link down my website and my contact info below. I want to work with people that really want to like live unconventional lives. They really want to get in tune with their own truth and live authentically. And also, I am now formulating this new idea about working with millennials who are going through a burnout phase or like a quarter life crisis phase, where they really want to get out of their norm. They want to get out of their comfort zone and do some solo traveling. And I'm pretty psyched about developing this idea more, because I think that solo travel has been so crucial for my own self-development, and I really would love to help people get started on that journey and sort of get a new perspective about their life and reconnect with their truth. Like I previously mentioned, like reconnect with what they're really passionate about, and joy, and connecting with others, and those things that really, really matter in life, and kind of helps them figure out how they want to move forward with their life when they go back home. Because sometimes it's, you know, it's not all about the journey and the solo travel, but it's also about coming back to your previous environment as this changed person and restructuring your life. So that's like a new idea that's come to me while I was traveling. So if any of you guys are like interested in that, or have any ideas or anything, any opinions about it, I'd love to hear it in your comments. And lastly, I think that I do still want to work and travel. I really think that travel is super important to me, and this is kind of like the lifestyle that I like, that I want to be able to have. Not necessarily 100% of the time, But I would love to just be able to pick up and go on a trip and visit friends or see something new whenever I feel like it, and still have that work, still have a work component to it, like still be doing something that I love for work while I'm traveling. And I think that I've learned that if I'm going to do it with other people, it should be other people that also want to work and have sort of maybe this digital nomad lifestyle, so that I can feel like we're in it together. And if I do it alone, I think that I would enjoy going to a place and staying there for a while. That way I know that I have time to explore, and I don't feel like this rush to choose either working or exploring, and I can do both and in a leisurely way. So yeah, I am looking forward to connecting with you guys later on. I don't know exactly when that will be, but if you want to follow me along on my journey, I will link my Instagram for you guys down below so that you can check it out and follow me along. All right, thank you for tuning in. Bye.